Sonya is so lame. And that's all I really got. Let's get into the review. What's goody? What's goody? What's goody? This be your boy, Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new review of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 14. I think this is episode 16, child. That's what we're here to talk about. And we're here to talk about a couple of things today, but before we get into it, let's talk about what we got coming up on the channel. Now, you guys already know that the Whether You Like It or Not reality TV panel will be returning on tomorrow night at 9:15 Eastern, and we will be over at Sakina's house. So be sure to tune in. The links will be available by tomorrow morning, and we will all be posting them on our Instagrams and our community walls. So be on the lookout for the Whether You Like It or Not panel on Tuesday night at 9:15 Eastern time. However, we will also have a second helping of the Whether You Like It or Not panel on Wednesday night, and I will host it. And we will be talking about The Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 14 reunion fashions, and it will be including us six as well as our guests Reggie, El Teddy, and Layology. So we're gonna have a full house, okay? We're gonna have a full house. It's gonna be 9 of us up here, okay? And yes, it's gonna be just like it was way back when it was me, Josiah, T, Jay Lee, Jamie, Jay Lee, Niecy, Alex, all of us on the panel at one time. It's gonna be just like that, only for one time though. But it's gonna be like that on Wednesday night. We will be right here on Scotty by Nature TV, and I will be hosting the special panel for the fashions. Okay, so be on the lookout for that. Also, Friday night, the Boys Night Out panel will be returning for its 3rd episode. Okay, the 5 of us will be in the building, and we will be coming back. Okay, for a grand spanking new episode Friday night. It'll probably be at like 10 or 10, 9 East. 10 Eastern, 9 Central. It's probably going to be that late, or probably maybe 9:30, 8:30 Eastern, probably somewhere in between that time. So be on the lookout for the Boys Night Out panel. The official time will be put out there. Will be put out there at least by tomorrow. Okay, so be on the lookout for that. All right. Without any further ado, let's get into the review, y'all. So we're going to open this thing up with Candy. Now, Candy got her son Ace in some acting classes, okay? Got him in some acting classes. Got him doing, because she's out there acting and doing her thug thizzle. Now she got her son out here doing the same exact thing, right? So now, he's doing his acting. I think it's for like a commercial or whatever. And he's actually doing a pretty decent job, okay? Ace probably going to do some things with this acting. Ace ain't nothing but Riley's son. You cannot tell me that Riley did not give birth to that boy. That boy looked just like Riley, okay? Look just like Riley and Candy. Don't look nothing. He look like Candy, Riley, and Kayla. He don't really look like Ty to me, but he look like a little Riley, okay? Now, after all that, Marlo talks to Crystal. They check in with each other about boys. Crystal was like, basically, down, take no bath. I like to do a lot of different stuff. And now, yeah, it's about time to get them back. But you know what I'm saying? And Marlo was like, I miss them. It's like, I really do miss them. So happy to have them. Like, these little things have been amazing. And, I'm just glad that they're coming back, child. I'm glad that they're coming back, to come back home and all this other stuff. This house has been really empty without them, and I'm glad that they're coming back. So I got 5 more days until they come back. But then Crystal was like, no, we talking about tomorrow. We talking about this week. We talking about tomorrow. Then Marlo was like, okay, bye. I'm losing the signal. Bye. And I'm just like, girl, you don't want them damn boys, child. You don't want them. Anyway, moving on. We're going to go into Drew. Now, Drew is laying on the couch. She done had her surgery. She tore her Achilles heel again and all this other stuff. And I'm just like, okay, girl, like, you need to watch yourself on that Achilles heel. But she gets repaired. She got 2 strong Achilles heels, and she's pretty much happy about that. So, okay, that's good. Whatever. So then Sheree comes in to check on Drew. Or whatnot. And it was surprising that Sheree would be the first one to come over and see about Drew, being that her and Drew have had their spats, their beef, their rivalry, their everything else over this time period. So, Drew was pretty surprised that Sheree of all people was coming over here to see her. And Sheree said, I felt so bad when we was in Jamaica and Drew hurt herself. But at this particular point, I just hope that Drew knows that I am offering her an olive branch, and hopefully this put us in a better place, that I'm here to see her and all that stuff. That's nice to hear and everything, but I don't trust Sheree at all. So then Sonya comes in, and she comes in to check in, and she was like, oh my God, I just felt so horrible about this trip. You were such a good sport and everything else, and I feel so bad that this happened to you. Shut up, Sonya. But yeah, they seem to be so concerned that something happened to her or whatever. So now we're gonna go ahead and they gonna start talking about now Drew was like, I hate that I missed the last dinner. But what happened? Fill me in. What happened with the tea? Like, what happened at the dinner? Did I miss anything? And then Sheree and Sonya starts telling Drew about Kenya, and how Kenya and her had their little back and forth and all of this other stuff. And then Sheree was like, she said Sheree had told her that Kenya had called Ross aggressive at when he was coming at them at the table, and how she really didn't appreciate, her coming at Ross like that. And Sonya was like, girl, Kenya ate me up. And then Sheree was like, see, you're gonna have to learn how to get back with her, because if she sees that you're not gonna do shit, she gonna keep on coming for you. And I'm just like, Sheree is such a fake ass bitch. I'm sorry. I'm coming right back into my old ways. But Sheree is so damn fake to me. She be all up in Kenya's face acting like, she really good with Kenya. She this with Kenya. Oh, Kenya is such a good friend, and Kenya is this, and Kenya is that. But be ready to throw her under the bus when she get around certain people. Be ready to throw her under the goddamn bus. And I'd be like, y'all don't see this by now? Sheree is nobody's friend. She is the bone carrier. She ain't nobody's friend. And Sonya talk about that is not cool. And I am going to call Kenya right now and call her out about this, because Kenya wishes that she had a man like Ross. Kenya wishes that she had a man like Ross. Girl, shut up. Y'all love throwing in this whole thing about her having a divorce with her husband and all this other stuff. Y'all love to throw in the fact that she's getting a divorce to try to, make that y'all silver bullet. Shut the fuck up. I cannot stand Sonya, y'all. I can't do her at all. She calls Kenya to confront her. And when she called Kenya sound like she half damn sleep, child. Okay, she sound like she halfway asleep. She don't know what the fuck going on. So Sonya basically says that I was sitting up here with Sheree, and Sheree told me about the things that you said. And she told me that you said that my husband was aggressive. And I just don't think that that's cool. I'm sorry, y'all. Getting neck pains. I don't think that that's cool, and I just feel like you are out of line for that. King was like, well, I don't recall saying those words. I don't think I said aggressive. I don't think I said that, girl. Okay, Sonya. All right, Sonya. Whatever, Sonya. Okay, Sonya. We'll have to talk at another time. All right, whatever. First of all, King, you're lying because you did say the words aggressive. Those are the words that came out of your mouth. So you definitely said the words aggressive. Number two, Sonya, don't wait till you hang up the phone and say bye, bitch. If you mean that bye, bitch, you say that bye, bitch, while she on the phone. Don't wait till she hang up and say bye, bitch. That's the scariest shit I've ever seen in my life. Sonya is such a big disappointment. She is such a disappointment, child. She is such a disappointment. I've never seen nothing like it. Disappointing as hell. So disappointing. So disappointing. So disappointing. I can't. So now we get into Sheree. She got this girl named Rowan. That's her helper or whatnot. Trying to help her out with her show. And Kenya comes in. As soon as Kenya come in, her and Rowan pretty much clash. Okay, they clash like hell. Okay. Kenya was like, we need real models. Rowan said, we ain't got no budget for no real models. Kenya was like, well, we need to put out a casting call for the models, but we wanted to keep it on the hush-hush. Kenya said, well, if y'all trying to get some decent models for the show, keeping it on the hush-hush is not going to be a good idea for y'all. And it's not going to be a good idea. Sheree talking about, I've already spent $1 million. $1 million? $1 million? Where the fuck you get the $1 million from, girl? Where you get the $1 millions from, girl? Like, that's the part I'm trying to understand. Where the fuck did you get the $1 million from? Because I know you ain't got it. We know you ain't got no $1 million to be spending on nobody. So that must be the $1 million that you made in your dreams, girl. Because I know goddamn well you ain't got no $1 million to be spending on no damn fashion show. I know you don't. And you sitting up here trying to lie to us and make us feel like you really got $1 million, girl. No, you ain't got no $1 million, child. And I know you don't. So you need to stop it with the lies. 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 Because you know that's some bullshit. Talking about some you done already spent the $1 million. Girl, you know you ain't spent no $1 million. You know you did not spend no $1 million on nothing. You know you didn't spend no $1 million on nothing. Period. You need to stop it. You need to stop it. You need to stop it. You need to stop while you're here with all these lies. And then they do the modeling show, and they run across a lot of models that are, short in height and stuff like that. They run across a lot of models like that. And you know, I think modeling agencies really don't care too much for models that's short, kind of short in height or whatnot. But it did come across like they did have a pretty decent show. But Sheree did agree and say that we have models that what is it? She said we got models already that I think we got like 4 different models or whatever, and that'll probably work out. We got 4 models. 4 models for certain. 4 models for certain. So, with that being said, we about to go ahead and move on to the next thing, child. That's what we're gonna move on to. Hold on, y'all. They must have Oh, this is another house. Okay, we're gonna move on to the next thing. So the next thing is Drew, Ralph, and the mama. Now, Ralph is having a photo shoot for his book that he's writing about being a step parent and all of that other good stuff, being a step parent. And they're doing a photo shoot. They're both there to support Ralph with this photo shoot and stuff like that. And Drew may not understand Ralph's intentions or understand what he wants to do, but she's just gonna do it to be a doting, supporting wife or whatever. So then the conversation about adoption comes up. Drew's mother brought it up, and she was not clear as to why he decided not to adopt Josiah. And he was saying that if Josiah wants me to adopt him, I don't have a problem with adopting him. And I did take into account what his biological father would feel about it. And the biological father felt like, if you adopt my son, I'm going to feel bad, or my feelings are going to be hurt if you do that, simply because I do want to have a part in my son's life. And, Ralph took that, and that factored into his decision on whether or not he wanted to, adopt Josiah or not. And a lot of people keep on giving him flack about that. And I don't see nothing wrong with that. At least he decided he took into account what the father did. Because yes, the father wasn't there because he was in jail. But at this particular point, he did express interest in wanting to have some form of a relationship or some form of a bond with his son. So therefore, I don't see nothing wrong with Ralph being a little bit noble and trying to take into account what the biological father would feel or what he would want, because that is his son. And by you know, adopting him, that's pretty much taking away his rights, and he still wants the rights to his son. Now, true enough, yeah, he wasn't there, but give him a chance. You know what I'm saying? He was in jail. He did his bid. He fucked up, whatever. But at the end of the day, he just wanted to, be on the, just give the father some tidbits and try to figure out exactly what it was that he would have wanted. You know what I'm saying? I don't see nothing wrong with that. But he also said, and I would have that conversation with Josiah. And if Josiah wants me to adopt him, I have absolutely no problems, no qualms in the world to adopt him. There's no problem with that. So I don't see what's the big deal. I don't know what's wrong with that at all. And I think that we should respect his decision on that. Respect the decision on whether or not he wants to do that or not. I say just respect that. I don't see nothing wrong with it. Respect it. Because he's always going to be there. You know what I mean? Whatever. So now we get into Marlo. The boys are back at the house, and she's talking about how much she's missed them, and you know, all this stuff about just because you make good grades, that don't mean you're supposed to be awarded with something. Good grades is something that you need to have, regardless of me rewarding you with something or not. And all this other stuff, whatever, we don't care. Moving on to Sheree and Drew. Now Drew is got a fucked up leg, but she's still moving around trying to get this party done for Kenya and Marlo. Now, they both knew that if it was a party for both Kenya and Marlo, there would be no way for them to get both of them there on the same accord. They would not want to be sharing no birthday party with each other. So they decided to make it into something else. So just to get everybody to be there. So Sheree is late. Drew shows her the invoice as to what they got to pay for and all this other stuff. And of course, Sheree don't want to pay. So then in the midst of them doing the invoice back and forth, Sheree gets a disturbing phone call about her show. Now her pieces are still not done, and she got 9 days before the show start. 9 damn days before the show start, and she still ain't got shit to show for nothing. Another show without no fashions. For Sheree to get on this show when she first came on and act like she's so grand and she got it all put together, she's a big disappointment. She's failing at everything. And I'm gonna need for her to stop acting the way that she do. Because she act like she got it all together when she really don't. And this show ain't finna be shit. I'm just telling y'all the truth. This show ain't finna be shit. And she know it ain't finna be shit. That's why she's doing the shit that she doing. Because she know this show ain't finna be shit. Period. It's not going to be. Now, if it turns out to be something, then I'll be very surprised by that. But this show ain't finna be shit. It ain't because she don't know what she doing. She don't know what she's doing at all. And now things are looking bad like the first show. So now Sonya is the first to arrive. You know, she's excited to be there. Candy arrives next. And then they start talking about the She by Sheree fashion show. And Sheree said that the last time I heard about my samples were stuck in Alaska. And then Candy was like, girl, she needs to come up with a better excuse. Yo, pieces are stuck in Alaska, girl. You know what I'm saying? So then, you know, after that, Monyetta arrives, Shay arrives, Marlo's friend comes in, and then, you know, Kenya and Marlo arrives at Drew's house at the same time, but Kenya walks in and shuts the damn door in Marlo's face. Oh my God, Kenya is so petty. It's because she really don't fuck with that girl at all. Like, but I tell you, Kenya don't fuck with Marlo, period. But I don't blame her because I wouldn't want to fuck with her ass either. Honestly, like, fuck Marlo. That's how I feel too. Like, girl, fuck you. Okay, fuck you. Period. Okay, so where was I at? Okay, so they all sit down, you know, and then the conversation is about Kenya and Marlo and why they don't get along or whatnot. So I'm just like, why are we still talking about why they don't get along? They just don't get along. And at this point, they don't need to get along. Like, it's no point for them to get along. Leave them be. Like, you don't always have to be friends with people all the time. Just because you're in the same group with people, that don't mean you got to be friends with them. It just don't. So just stop it with the fuck shit. Stop it. And then just stop it, period. Okay? And just move on. Move on and just stop it because it's just annoying as fuck when people be trying to, like, why rehash old shit? We already know why they not friends. We already know why they would never be friends. We already know this already. So my thing about it is this right here. Just let it go. Move on. Get over it. They're not cool. They're not cool. They're not cool. Like, fuck it. They're not cool. Fuck it. They don't need to be cool. And Marlo talking about, you have said so many things to hurt me and below the belt. Girl, like you ain't said nothing to hurt nobody else. You told that girl that's why her mama didn't want her when yours didn't want you. So what are you talking about, girl? Marlo? Okay. So they start playing this game below the belt. It was fun, very shady. But nonetheless, it was fun. Then they invite Sheree invites the girls to the show, and Candy was like, she spent all this money on these invitations, but she still ain't got no clothes. Like, girl, what's going on? But Sheree is always asshole backwards. Like, she can never get it right, and I just don't understand why she cannot get it right. But girl, okay, whatever. That's all I got. So that was the end of the party. So now we meet up with Sheree. again, and she meets up with Apollo. Then they start talking about the show, and she says that she been working on She by Sheree for years, and Apollo giving her all of this advice about the show and how she's really been stressed out about the show and how she wants the show to really work out. So then he was like, "Well, whatever you need, I'm here for you." And then she was like, "It's something that I did. It is something that I need from you." And then he was like, "Well, what is it?" She was like, "Can you be one of my male models in my fashion show?" He was like, "Well, I guess I still got a little sexy going on." And then she was like, "Yes, yes, go ahead and be one of my models." And then they start talking about Phaedra, and that's his story, and he's sticking to it. He said Phaedra left him for dead. She did not support him at all doing his hearings or anything like that. And she didn't. I mean, once he went away, Phaedra was like, "I don't know this nigga no more. I'm leaving him. I ain't got time for this. I don't want to be a part of this bullshit. We finna move him off to the wayside." That's how she felt, and I can't be mad. Um, so yeah, he was like, she didn't let me see my kids. She didn't do nothing like that. Like she just casted me away, and I'm just like, but why Apollo got a confessional? Hmm. Okay. So then they started talking about Tyrone and how, Sheree said Tyrone left her in the cold, how he stood her up in Philadelphia. And then, Apollo said that he ran into Tyrone in the system and said, Sheree is my girl, whatever. She said, well, ever since he been done with what he been done with, he been calling her. She called him. He answered the first ring. So what's going on here? We don't really have nothing to talk about if he ain't got no apology waiting for me. And so, that's pretty much just the end of the episode. I mean, the episode was cute. It wasn't all that, but it was cute. I think next week is the finale, and then we go into the reunion, y'all. So, with that being said, y'all, this be your boy Scotty by Nature TV. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, share the video, click on the notification bell so you can be notified whenever a video drops. And not to mention, be sure to follow me on any form of social media. That's my Twitter, that's my Instagram, and that's my TikTok. Okay, be on the lookout, because we're gonna do a lit live later. Not a lit live. We're just gonna do a yes for the mess. But it's just gonna be live. A live yes for the mess. About Melody and Martell Holt, y'all. Ain't no way I could do all that in one video. I gotta do a live on that. We're gonna do that live tonight. We're gonna do it tonight because I gotta get these graphics together, but I gotta get me some food first. But yeah, I'm out here, y'all. And as I go, I'm gonna leave you guys with a promo from Nova Cosmetics. I see you guys then. Bye now.